sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
We go. Orange! Hey, slow down, slow down. Wait, 20! Wait, 20! 45, 45, 45, come on, 45. Okay, guys.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jack Crawford never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Flushed out right. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Tuesday.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete. And it's 2nd down. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third and long. It's Ryan. Going for the deep ball. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Patriots take over. So the Patriots coming out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Brady to throw on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Hey. Tuesday. Gun. Let him go.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They get it to him running left. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And now out come the Patriots. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Brady now to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier.
Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Edelman, the intended receiver that time.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Oh, now he bowls him over. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game. And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, let's go.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3. Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic. Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it? A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bruce Irvin able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Now Brady. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets. Here's Brady to throw. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Brady and Edelman hook up for a big one. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A give. This is Michel. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down. Now Brady. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Brady to his old reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a first down. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Desmond Trufant. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Bryant will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. After the interception, here's Ryan. Space to maneuver at the 40. And Jones has it over the middle. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain.
And this is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan taking it in. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. Have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind him.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now?
Oh, wide open, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Brady and Edelman hook up for a big one, 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant. So a minute 55 to go in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Ryan on second down. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
Let's go. Gun. All right, 25 tonight. Go. Let go. 25 tonight. 280 tonight.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's Matt Bosher now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Whoosh. And now running right through it. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Going deep here for Edelman. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Trying for Edelman again. This time he's got it. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. On 1st down, Brady goes underneath here to White. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And here now come the Falcons. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Ready, go!
On 1st down, Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Spins away. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, The fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd down, Freeman. Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive, and when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Looking deep for Julio. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down at 4 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it, stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
To throw is Brady. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Brady will try again on second down. To Michelle on the dump off. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. To throw, it's Brady. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Brian Poole. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jack Crawford in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Brady. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tack McKinley in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Brady going up top. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Finding some room at midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Get up!
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Hey, South! 21!
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Austin Hooper from 17 yards out. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brian Poole. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.